"You're a wish-granting genie dealing with your latest arrogant mortal." This one lawyer thought he was clever by writing down his entire wish in a contract form and using his entire legal firm to close any loopholes. So imagine his surprise when you look over his wish and tell him, no. Genie rules apply here. He thought he had outsmarted the genie. He had spent weeks drafting his wish, consulting with his colleagues and reviewing every clause and subclause. He had made sure there were no ambiguities, no contradictions, no loopholes. He had even hired a proofreader to check his grammar and spelling. He was confident that he created the perfect wish, a wish that would grant him unlimited wealth, power, fame, and happiness without any negative consequences or drawbacks. He smiled smugly as he handed the genie the thick stack of papers, expecting him to sign it without hesitation. But the genie did not sign it. Instead, he read it carefully, page by page, word by word. He took his time, occasionally raising an eyebrow and shaking his head. He finished reading after an hour and looked at the lawyer with a pitying expression. "No," he said simply. The lawyer was stunned. "What do you mean, no?" he demanded. "This is my wish. You have to grant it." The genie shook his head again. "I don't have to grant anything," he said. "I have the power to grant wishes, but I also have the discretion to refuse them, and I refused this one." "Why?" the lawyer asked, incredulous. "What's wrong with it?" "Everything," the genie said. "This wish is arrogant, greedy, selfish, and unrealistic. It violates the spirit of wishing and the balance of the universe. It shows no respect for me or for anyone else. It is a wish that only a fool would make and only a fool would grant." The lawyer felt a surge of anger and frustration. He had worked so hard on his wish, and now this genie was rejecting it for no good reason. He tried to argue with him, to persuade him, to threaten him, but the genie was unmoved. He simply repeated his answer, "No." The lawyer realized he had wasted his one and only chance to make a wish. He had failed to impress the genie, and instead had offended him. He had lost everything he had hoped to gain, and gained nothing but humiliation and regret. He wished he had never found the lamp.